Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, everywhere. It's Carolyn with Carolyn's Corner. I'm super excited to be here tonight. I'm always excited to do the show with you guys and gals because we best artists from all across the country and all over the world. Actually, we've had people from lots of different countries. Tonight, our guest is from right here in the United States. And I would love for y'all to give a big welcome. I know y'all can't applaud here, but if you could, I know you would. Please give a warm welcome to our guest, Dejan, and I'm not last name. I'm going to let him introduce himself. Hi, Dejan. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. My name's actually Dejan Knezevic.
Nice.
Which is why the band is called Last Train to Juarez.
Got it. I love your name, though. It's so cool.
Well, thank you. Yeah, all I need is a bunch of angry rednecks looking at me going, who the hell is this Russian singing American country music?
True. That is true, right? I can see why you did that. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, Dejan is with a great band called Last Train to Juarez. And we are going to go ahead and start off, if you would, sir, by having you tell us a little bit about yourself. Whatever you would like to share. And sorry, TikTok folks, we're wiggling around a little bit. Sorry. We're working on that. Go ahead, Dejan.
Man, where do I start? I wear quite a few hats. I have 3 children. I'm a married man, 25 years, happily married.
Great.
I actually, believe it or not, I studied computer engineering. In my younger days, I went to college, and that was my former life. But that wasn't really something that appealed to me. That life didn't appeal to me, and I played death metal for about 25 years.
Okay.
I was a business owner for a while. I had restaurants and call centers.
Nice.
It was pretty recently. I had a kind of a rock bottom moment in my life, which led me to start this project.
And so you had a rock bottom moment. Absolutely. So,
yeah.
By the way, folks, as you can tell, there's a little bit of the delay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I apologize for the delay, man. Every time I speak, it comes back at me about 20 seconds later.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, it reminds me of the people that are doing the live remotes from TV, so don't worry about it. Go ahead. If it's not bugging you too much, go right ahead.
But no, like I said, I had a kind of a rock bottom moment. I had some hard times about 7 years ago that made me reevaluate that I was on. I gave up on metal. I gave up on chasing businesses anymore and the entrepreneurism, and I went all in on music. And I've been on this road ever since. Yeah.
Good. So you just decided to go all in or nothing, right?
All in or nothing.
I think it was the right decision. What do you think about that?
All in or nothing.
Absolutely. So how do you feel about that decision now?
Ask me again in about 5 years.
How do you feel about that? Oh. Y'all, this delay is difficult. Yeah. Ask you again in 5 years. Absolutely. Well, first of all, I want to say I think you've made the right listening to a little bit of your songs. I was just so impressed. Very, very impressed, in fact. So I'm going to get these. Looks like we're having a bit of an issue. So, folks, I'm trying a couple of different platforms tonight. I'm just trying to make sure that we are good. Excuse me, let me ask my husband. Brett, are we looking good on TikTok? Problem is, I usually have a way to add. I'm going to have to do a different way to add the videos. Not a big deal. Let's hope it's not a big deal anyway, okay? Let me go over here and do it the other way. So, the first song that we're going to play, and we're going to let people get an idea of what you sound like, Dejan, and your band. I think you guys are incredible. I really, really do. And I'm sorry about the delay. Let's see here. You're so welcome. Okay, so the first song that I'm going to load is going to be Living in Sin. While I get that downloaded, why don't you tell us a little bit about that song? And I'm sorry about the wiggling around. TikTok world.
You're perfectly fine, man.
You're perfectly fine, man. Okay.
That song's just your typical hockey talk song, man. I think we've all been in that position one time in our life or another. I've been married for a real long time, and I also ride with a motorcycle club in the valley. So I had a lot of late nights and just hanging out with the boys. And, you know, I remember constantly promising the wife that I'm going to change my ways.
Right.
Until the weekend comes, of course. And that song kind of encapsulates all of that.
Right. Okay. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to get everything right. It's working now. Sorry about that, hon. I really am listening. I'm just trying to focus on this and make sure we're doing right. Okay. So the song says it all about your days of riding late at night, coming home late at night, and it's called Living in Sin, which I really do love the title. You know, in fact, stand by for just a moment. I want to check before we keep going. I want to encourage everyone to comment. Brett, are we having any comments over there on TikTok yet?
Mary Luna, she's joined.
Hi, Mary.
Young.
Who else?
Keegan Young.
Keegan Young. Hi, Keegan. How are you? So I'm not seeing the comments on here, but that's okay. As far as I'm concerned, I'm good with that. I know people are coming. They're on their way. They never let me down. So they always know to look for me. They'll find us. They will find us. So anything else you want to add about this song? So you're the lead singer on the song. Anything else?
Well, you know, not specifically, really. It's one of our earlier songs that we released.
It's one of our earlier songs that we released.
You know, I'm really excited about the new material that we're going to be releasing soon.
Right.
Yeah, but I think that one's about 2 years old, and if I'm not mistaken, that was on our. I think it was on the Dirt and Stone EP, but might have been off of some road. I'm not even sure.
You know what? I was looking at that too, because you have like, how many albums? You've done 3 albums or 2 albums and 1 EP, right?
We've done a full album, an EP, and now I'm switching to doing singles.
Wow. You know, a lot of people have been doing that lately. So you decided that may be more beneficial, and then you can get it out sooner, right? For one thing, don't you agree?
Well, number one, I'll always have something coming out, something to look forward to, something to post for social media. Number two, I just got tired of sitting on boxes of posters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's about the CDs are good for these days.
Yeah, no, you're right. And you know, there's still those people that want that hard CD in their hand, but for the most part, they're obsolete. But you can. Do you still sell them at the you know, the little, what do you call it, the memory stick, or how do you do that at shows?
We still have CDs, but we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna switch to doing singles, and then after we release a good number of singles, we'll package them onto some vinyl and do like a limited run of vinyl for the people that like to collect that kind of thing.
Oh, what a great idea! Isn't it cool how everything's coming back? Everything that was gone is coming back. All that vinyl's coming back. All the 70 fashions are coming back. Absolutely. And I'm super excited about that because I liked all that stuff back then. So I'm happy to have it back. Let's see. Brett, do we have any comments before we go to the... Okay, so what I'm going to do then is go ahead and check this song to see if it's loaded. I remember now they switched up our program. I think we're going to switch back to the one we used to use before because it takes longer to download the songs now. So stand by. Let me just check it real quick. Sorry, honey. I'm so sorry. But I don't know of any other way to do it. We just got to wait.
I got nowhere to be tonight.
That's good. That's good. Okay, I do have it on here. Let's go ahead and play this first song. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Last Train to Juarez, Living in Sin, and I look as cool as I could. So let's see if this works properly. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
I know that leaving's on your mind. I guess that you're sick and tired of dealing with my kind. I may be guilty of living in sin. There ain't no going back for me. I've changed my direction, won't you stay? Don't leave. I swear the old life is no more. I meant it when I said it, but now it's 4:30. The weekend's here, the bar is calling, now I'm out that door. This time tomorrow I'll be passed out on the floor. I'm living in sin. That cocaine and whiskey's got my head in a spin. I'm living in sin. I just can't change my ways, I'm at it again. I'm living in sin. I see you're gone. Picked up the phone, but you won't answer my calls. I guess I finally broke the line. Now you're done and gone, won't be coming home this time. There ain't no point sitting home with these thoughts on my mind. Guess I'll drown these memories with whiskey and good times. I'm living in sin. That cocaine and whiskey's got my head in a spin. I'm living in sin. I just can't change my ways, I'm at it again. I'll be living in sin. That cocaine and whiskey's got my head in a spin. I'm living in sin. Well, I just can't change my ways, I'm at it again. I'm living in sin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Carolyn's Corner. Let me see, I kind of pushed the button. I shouldn't have done that. Sorry. Hold on. Man, that's a great song. I really like that. Let me go back to where I was. This TikTok, y'all, I'm trying to get used to using it. Let me get Dejan back on the screen. It would change everything is what I'd like to know. All right. Down, sorry. Hang on just a minute.
I'm good.
There we go. Oh my gosh. Got to figure out how to get us back on the screen now. I'll get it. So welcome. I guess I better put myself back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that, folks. Thank you all for joining us on TikTok. By the way, I've got a big shout out to Marie McConaughey. She's the beautiful lady that sent you our way. And I put the comment up there on the screen. She says, Carolyn, I'm on YouTube. Couldn't find you on Facebook. Yeah, for those of you tuning into our Facebook, well, of course, if you don't see me, then you're not going to hear this. But I'll tell you anyway, we are not streaming live to Facebook. But I did put the YouTube link and the TikTok link. Y'all join us on one of those, okay? And Marie said, Dejan, that's a great song. Love it.
Thank you, Marie.
She's so great. I'm so glad she sent us our way. I can't even talk. We've been getting so many incredible artists, and like I said, I shouldn't have got you the guinea pig with this TikTok thing, but we're gonna get it where it's smoother next time. I promise. You're like, I ain't never going back on that lady's show, but man, that is a really, really good. Thank you. I love that song. You got a very unique, cool sound. Now, would you consider yourself country, red dirt? What do you classify your genre as, sir?
Man, I don't even like labels, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just honestly, I try to write music that's authentic, real. I don't like backing track. I don't like auto tune. I don't like
auto tune.
most of anything that's coming out of Nashville. And that's because it's overproduced and like they put soul out of music.
Right.
The algorithm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that coming through, or is it really
used these days?
Is that coming through, or is it really true?
Yeah, it's choppy, but I'm trying to. Sorry about that. I'm trying to make sure I can understand you. I'm going to go ahead and download this now that I know how this thing is working now. So you like it all natural, which is great, really great, honestly, because I know a lot of that is being used out there. So Marie said, "Love all y'all's music, excellent vocals." Yeah, and Marie knows music. This lady, I tell you what, I don't know how she does it. She goes to live music every night. If she could, she would go every night. And she has brought us some incredible artists. So, are you located?
I'm in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Arizona, boy. You know what? It's hot here in Texas, like living in Hades. I bet it's really hot in Arizona. What's the temperature like over there?
We were just in Texas about 2.5 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
And it was much worse than Arizona.
See that, Texans? For real, we're hotter than Arizona. You know
guys-
what? We need to write a song about that, Dejan. I'm going to write a song. We're
you
hotter
guys-
here than Arizona. Yeah, go ahead.
You guys think humidity.
You guys what? I'm sorry.
Humidity.
Humidity, yeah. You know what? That's it. And then we live an hour away from the coast where we are in Beeville. So when I go to the coast or in Corpus Christi where my kids are, I'm going tomorrow. I go every week now. It's an hour away, but it's very hot there. It's different here, but there's always a breeze there. So it's like, I don't know which is worse, but it feels like it slaps you in the face here. And I have been to Arizona once years ago, and it's a different heat because it's a dry heat. You don't have all that humidity. Wow.
I
that's
used to
crazy
live.
how it can be
I lived in Galveston.
hotter in
I lived in-
Texas. Oh, okay.
I lived in Houston. I lived in Dallas.
So you're absolutely familiar.
lived in Dallas.
I'm familiar with it.
Nice. Well, how often do you?
familiar with it.
Great. Well, how often do you get down to this area, the Texas area? Do you get
We're
to the
trying
Christie
to work-
area or anything like that ever?
We're trying to work.
I have not been to Corpus Christi yet. That's one of my goals, and I'd love to see that.
Okay.
We are working Texas a lot more aggressive moving forward because that's kind of where what I like seems to thrive.
Right, right. Yeah, and that's why I was asking, because I've just recently started promoting artists in our area. So if you're interested, have at least I've got at least one venue right now. I'm working on more. I'm literally just started. I've got a great venue
Very cool.
here in Beeville. It would probably be an acoustic. You do acoustic sets too, I'm sure, right?
We do, yeah. I prefer full band, but we'll do it. We'll do it.
Full band, but
Right.
we'll do it.
Well, when you get a chance, if you're interested, send me some of your dates and your price range, and we'll discuss it more. Okay? I'd love to get you down here. That would be really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be. Oh, let me check the song here. I'm learning on this new. I'm so sorry, Dejan. I feel like a dummy because they've changed up everything. Let's just
Fine.
see. Okay, here we go. So the next song that I have in here is called "This Letter." So you want to tell us a little bit about this letter? The song "This Letter"?
So, yeah, that's a little bit of a darker one. I mentioned a little bit to you about how about a moment that led me.
Right.
Me and my wife were actually trying to have a fourth child, but it wasn't in the cards for us. And
Okay.
she ended up miscarrying, and the doctors prescribed her cramping.
Yes.
I think pain medicine was helping her state more than anything else, if you know what I mean. And she developed an addiction.
Yes. Oh.
So due to that addiction, we lost our life savings. We hit rock bottom due to that. She was like a soccer mom addict. I had no idea. She did really.
I had no idea.
Right.
She did really.
One day I woke up and there was a letter next to me where she.
was a letter next to me where she.
And she left that letter next to the bed.
She left that letter.
She had already in detox.
In detox.
And that song is basically that letter paraphrased.
Basically that letter paraphrased.
Oh my gosh. Well, I listened to most of this. I listened to most of your songs, and I usually do not do that, Dejan. I really want to be surprised. But your sound was so cool. I said, you know what? I was like, man, he's good. You guys are good. Really, really good. And I'm honored to have you on the show. And I'm so sorry about all these. And we're getting a lot of choppiness from you. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to redo your interview. I will do that. And we are going to, when you come in, or if you're close enough where I can drive, I'll come interview you live. And that's what I really want to start doing more of. And then we won't have that issue.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's play this next song, The Letter. Yeah, this is a really beautiful song. And to be honest, I mean, I listened to it. You know, you listen, but then you don't grasp the whole thing. But I really respect it. But now I see, you know, it's so, I love, because I'm a lyricist too, a songwriter. And I love how, I mean, songs, first of all, music is a universal language. And everyone is going to be able to relate to this issue in one way or the other. So as hard as it is to write a song such as that, you know, and that's what happens to songwriters, I think. Heart's on our sleeve. And to me, it's like you have to get it out there. You know, the heartbreak, the hard times. Because if nothing else, it's going to help. It helps you to heal, but it's also going to help others to heal without even realizing it. So, folks, let's go ahead and play The Letter. Let me make sure The Letter. Are you ready, Dejan? I'm sorry about the, you know, it's making me so sad, but we're going to figure it out. I don't know how, but hey, we can understand you, and I'm just grateful you're here. So let's get it up here, The Letter. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Been trying to write this letter. Don't think I have the strength to carry on. I wake up every morning, look at you, thank the stars, you're the one. Wasn't always this way. I had a love for life, went away. I wasn't always this way, but I think I could find a way to make a change. So I'm leaving you this letter. When you wake, I'll be gone. I hope that you'll stand by me as I get some help to break what I've become. It wasn't always this way. I had a love for life, went away. I wasn't always this way, but I think I can find a way to make a change. Giving so much to me, Now it kills me to know what I've done. I couldn't face my addiction. Now I know I'm too far gone. It wasn't always this way. I had a love for life, went away. I wasn't always this way, but I think I can find a way to make a change. I can't blame that you don't trust me. We both know, been here before. But I've hit a crossroad. If I don't go now, I won't grow old. It wasn't always this way. I had a love for life, went away. I wasn't always this way, but I know I will find a way to make a change. So I'm leaving you this letter. When you wake, I'll be gone.
Wow. Golly. Where did Dejan go? I know, that is such a good song. Where'd you go, sir? Uh-oh, we lost Dejan. Let's hope he'll come right back. Dejan, if you're hearing me, there he is.
Wow. If I could get my Bluetooth working, but I couldn't.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. If I can get my Bluetooth.
There we go. I'm gonna turn myself
There we go.
down.
I'm gonna turn myself down. Yep. Get my Bluetooth. There we go. There we go. I'm turn myself down. Yep.
Okay, now it's really loud.
Now it's really loud.
Do you have your,
Now it's really loud.
Try.
It's not gonna work. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's now
I'm hearing you. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Sorry, y'all. I know he'll be right back. So that is Last Train to Juarez. And for all of you that are here, first of all, sorry about the technical issues. We're still trying to get everything straightened out with TikTok. We are looking on getting the streaming key so we can just add it to our restream. But I may be changing platforms altogether.
Let's see if you got it fixed. Let me try it together. Let's see if you got it fixed. Let me try it together. Let's see if you got it fixed. Let me try it together. Let's see if you got it fixed. Let me try it together. Now, I'm hearing myself like 5 times.
Turn my mic off or turn his mic?
My mic off or turn his mic off?
I don't know.
Mic off or turn his mic off?
Yeah, it's not working. Hello? Y'all, I'm sorry. Let him try it again, okay? Sorry, folks. I don't know. It didn't used to do that. It just started doing that, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to say welcome to everyone. I'm sorry if I'm not seeing your song, your comments, excuse me. I see this song had me in tears. For some reason, Restream made changes and I was not able to go live on Facebook. I don't know why. Let's try this.
Still a mess.
Okay, let's see.
Still a mess?
No, it sounds good now.
Okay.
How does it sound now?
Weird.
On your end, Dejan?
Weird.
Really? Oh man, I can hear
It's
you
still
talking,
really
but I can't
delayed.
hear me.
It's still really delayed.
That's better. Is what it was.
Okay, well, at least we can hear you.
Mm.
Marie, tell me if you can hear. I want to say this song had me in tears. Oh, she is also at a live performance at the Texas Opry, which is a cool place. Her nephew is the the band there, so she's got to get back over there. So let me see. Sounds better. She said sounds better.
Okay, good.
So that's good. I know you're still hearing it weird. I'm so sorry. Man, we are just striking out tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get Dejan. We are going to redo this. We will. I've just got to figure out how to get the stream key. And I may end up, like I said, I may end up changing platforms because Restream is what I've used for 3 years. And they just recently changed everything. And I'm like, okay, why now am I having I mean, we've done 133. Just the last show and this one, we've started having all these issues, including the echoes. I mean, we've had them occasionally, but not like that. Cousin, thank you, Dejan. Oh, it's her cousin. I always get that mixed up. Okay, so let's go ahead. I know that song, she said, song had me in tears. And yes, it did me too. What a great song. Oh my God. So, everything's going well in your world now, hon? Better?
Yeah, I mean, it's going good, and I'm much happier. I don't make the money I used to make, but I'm a lot happier than I used to be. So I guess that's, it's about finding what's important in life.
It's about finding what's important in life.
You know what? Absolutely. I completely agree with you. And I'm the same way because I had to leave my job because of health issues. And exactly the same thing. I'm not making any money really, but I love doing this so much, especially when it works right. So I know that it's going to lead to success. You know what I mean? Down the road, we just got to get everything straight. And we've been so blessed to have so many incredible artists. Yeah. So I honestly am just glad to have you on here. I really am. And like I said, we're going to build it up and we're going to get all these new programs figured out, even if I have to switch programs, because this is crazy. So let me see. I heard something click, and usually when something, nope, I guess not. Usually when I hear that, it means somebody's here, but I'm like, who could be here? I don't know. So let me look and see the next song, honey. I don't want to rush you, but I don't want you hearing yourself. So this next song, man, all your songs are good. They really are.
Thank you.
So I want to add in all of the lyrics. You're so welcome. You're writing.
I do. I write all the music.
Wow.
I do all the writing for the band. This was initially going to be a solo project.
Right.
And by all means, it operates like a solo project. I'm the band leader. I finance everything. I write everything. But I do treat my band like a band because I don't like the whole revolving door of musicians, and I don't like using hired guns.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
That's got to be a big issue.
It is, and I personally feel it's important, man. I come from metal, and in metal, you start with your band, and you're a band of brothers in the ditches, and you sink or swim together. And in country music, I kind of,
and you know what?
it's a little bit different, right? Because a lot of these guys are using hired guns, and it's just a different animal.
Yeah, you know what? I can just imagine that it would be, because it seems like if they're a member of the band, then they are more committed and they have more at stake because it's their project just like it's your project. You know what I mean? It's their reputation just like it's your.
And as a band, you lock in.
Yes.
Which I think is important.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was looking at a few of your videos online where you were live, and I can see y'all mesh really well. And I would love to be able to see you live. Like I love it. I love your energy, just a little bit that I saw. So I encourage y'all to go look up the band Last Train to Juarez, and check out some of his live videos on YouTube as well. He's got a lot, and he does have quite a few live videos. Go ahead.
We're going to be back out in Texas again here in the next couple months. We're heading out on tour in a couple of weeks for a 3-month tour. We have about 19 shows during the Sturgis Rally in Sturgis, but we're also going to be routing through Colorado, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Oklahoma, Texas. So we'll be back down in Texas soon.
Okay, good. Well, for real then, send me your info because I would like to try to get you a show.
Absolutely.
Send me the dates that you're going to have open, approximately, and I'll see what I can do. Video of you. The only thing is, well, yeah, and you know what I need. You know all the stuff I need. It's not a huge venue, but it's a nice venue, and I know you would like it. So I'm starting all the
And
artists.
we'll
that I'm
play
starting off
anything.
with.
Play anything.
Yeah, it'd be fun too. And then I get to see you live, and then we can do a live interview. So I'm super
Absolutely.
excited.
Absolutely.
What I love to do too, I love to introduce people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love to introduce people because I want to get the audience all riled up. I'm a big talker. So I love to introduce people and get people like, hey man, these guys are incredible. And I advertise for you and I would be doing everything for you. So I'm super excited at that opportunity.
That
So
sounds
make sure
awesome.
you send me all of this I've got here, hon.
That sounds awesome.
Let's see. Oh, Jamie is here. Hey, Jamie. Jamie just said, all right, you're headed my way. So Jamie is a singer-songwriter, and she is in Oklahoma, I think, if I'm right. Jamie, I'm so glad you're here. I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding us. Yes, this is Dejan with The Last Train. Oh, that's Jamie. Let me put it up here. Are you able to see these when I put them on the screen, sir?
I can, yes.
I can. Yes.
Good, good. I like that option too. So, Jamie, I'm sorry if you had trouble finding us. We're live on TikTok. This is the TikTok device. It's not exactly right, but I'm waiting to figure out how to get the stream key. I've gone through all this stuff, and I need somebody that's like 20 years old for real. Say, okay, this is how you do it because my brain is going to explode. And I am not 20, obviously.
I get it.
Oh, my God. So, let's get this next song. Got Your Six. So, I'm sorry, what were you saying about this? I've Got Your Six. At first, I thought it was about a police officer. And then I remembered, because they have, I can't remember what that saying is. Like, like I thought you were a police officer maybe, because don't they say that too? I've got your six, or no? I don't know.
They do. It's more of a military thing.
Okay.
I got your back.
I like it. I like it a lot. So tell them a little
Yeah.
bit more about this song while I go and check it out, if you would, Dejan. Go ahead.
As I was telling you earlier, that dark time in my life, when you're
Right.
when you're rock bottom, you find out who your friends are. There's a line in that song where
You know what? That is
Yeah, there's a
absolutely
Line in
true.
that song
where I say I tip my hat to you, those that bled when I fell, but you didn't have to. And that's so true, man. Because when you're rock down, when you're rock bottom, you find out who really has your back, and that song goes out to everybody who had my back over the years.
that's
Yeah.
absolute-
That song had my back over the years.
Oh my God, yeah, because those few true friends that we have in our lives, I mean, you see people's true colors, and everybody, I think, experiences that. So let's go ahead and play this song.
Well-
And for the TikTok audience, I'm sorry about the screen. We're trying to get this better. I promise. I feel like bad, but I really wanted y'all to hear this great guy. He's incredible. So here we go with I've Got Your Six from the band Less Train to Juarez. Here we go. You ready? Here we go.
I've been told by many round here how lucky I've been. Got more so-called friends than leaves in the wind. Like those leaves, they scatter around. Life gets tough and I call. I was down my circle of friends. It got real small. Lent a hand to any in need. I always believe that you reap what you sow, and that's something I heed. I've been told that I live my life a little too wild, but I'm no different than any other guy. Lives their life more mild. So I my hat to you, those that bled when I fell and you didn't have to. If you're down and you got nowhere to go, you ain't gonna fall, 'cause I got your six, just call. get what you give. I have always lived by the words, live and let live. Yet it pains me to have to say that today I don't trust a soul. Everyone's your friend when you're up, when you're down, none at all. So I tip my hat to you, those that bled when I fell and you didn't have to. If you're down and you got nowhere to go, you ain't gonna fall, 'cause I got your six, just call. Six, just call. Yeah, you ain't gonna fall, 'cause I got your six, just call. No, you ain't gonna fall, 'cause I got your six, just call.
Another great song. I loved it.
Thank
I
you.
really loved it. And you're so welcome. I'm looking here on the TikTok and I see several people coming on to join us. Hi guys and gals. Roger, welcome. If I don't call out to you, please don't be upset. I'm trying to see them all. Apologize for the method in which we're bringing the TikTok. But you know what? Where there's a will, there's a way. I swear, this is the funniest thing. So what I'm going to do, because of the issues we've had, okay, I'm going to go through and download this whole entire video, and then I'm going to go back and put it, I don't know, I'll figure out a way. I'm going to put it on Facebook and TikTok, okay? So that way we can have a good video continuous without all the, well, I hope anyway. So I'll try my best, okay? I'll try to do it best. And that's a beautiful song. I really like that. I got your six, just call. And did you so this came from all of the hard times you went through when you were at your hardest, your lowest, and you saw who came to help you when you needed it and who didn't, right? And you're like, I got you.
Yeah,
just like you had me.
And in essence, that's exactly what the song's about. Yeah.
And in essence, that's exactly what the song's about. Yeah.
It's perfect. I really love it. I wish I could hear you better. I feel like there's a disconnect because it's like, y'all know when y'all do the when you do the live when you're watching the live feeds from the TV stations, that's what it reminds me of. So, Dejan, tell me, what's the weather like over there? And then they pause. You know, like, glad you asked. Carolyn,
Reminds me of the old CNN war reporting.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's right. That is what it is. You're right. So I don't mean to rush, but I don't want you to have to stay too long with all of the. Brett, did you give me that other stand, hun? If you see it. But let's go ahead and go to the next song, which is Ghosts. I'm gonna go down. It's okay. Go and tell us a little bit about Ghosts, sir.
So I mentioned earlier that I ride with a local motorcycle club here in the Phoenix area called Metalheads MC. We just celebrated our 12th year anniversary. Over the years, I've lost some of my brothers.
Oh.
And that's what that song's about.
Wow. So you've lost them to different reasons, right?
Mainly motorcycle accidents.
Incidences. Yeah, that's what, because we always did shows at the VFW here for the veterans, and there were,
Mhm.
throughout the years, there were several people that I heard of, and it was just heartbreaking, especially somebody that has such a long life ahead of them. It's like, I'm always very cautious of motorcycles on the road, but a lot of people are not as aware of them as they should be. So sorry
Text
about that. And I can
messaging.
just
Text
imagine how.
messaging.
Yeah, right, exactly. Even though you're not supposed to, everybody still does it. Gosh, that's terrible. Well, I'm really sorry for your loss, and I can't wait to hear
Thank
this
you.
again. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're so welcome. So let's go ahead and play Ghost. Let's see if it's downloaded. This new system it's almost downloaded. So we'll just talk about it a little bit more. So this is in honor of those you have lost, who were obviously good friends. I've always heard that if you're with a motorcycle group like that you're literally like brothers. I mean, just like what you were saying. It's kind of. Are any of your bandmates in the motorcycle group with you?
It's funny. When I first started the band, I had two of my club brothers in the band.
Okay.
One of them went out to continue playing metal. The other one is very busy working for a band called Slipknot.
Oh, okay.
So I'm the only club member in the band now. But my buddy from the club will fill in for me occasionally when my bass player can't make it.
That's nice. I don't know what. Hold on, something's going on. Ugh. Well, that's good. I was just curious, if you were able to hang out with him outside of the band, but I'm sure y'all spend a lot of time together, the band members, and you gotta have to have that separation. Absolutely. So let me see if it's ready. I'm so sorry. Let's check again. Gosh, we're getting showdown. I guarantee you that. Hold on. Ridiculous. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the last train to Juarez, Ghosts with an S. Here we go.
Some believe we would live forever. I never thought I'd see 35. Now I'm 46, I'm still standing. Many of my brothers took their final ride. Many of my brothers took their final ride. We don't think we just live, we keep on gambling. Like there ain't no piper that would pay the price. I've dodged death more times than I remember. Many of my brothers took their final ride. Many of my brothers took their final ride. I'm down alone by the river. Tip on back to the ones we love the most. I'm down alone by the river. Many of my brothers I just lose. Many of my brothers I just lose. It was late one night on his bike on a dark night. Didn't see it coming and it changed his soul. He was never quite the same after that night. He left us today some say long ago. He left us the days some say long ago. I'm down alone by the river. Tip on back to the ones we love the most. I'm down alone by the river. Many of my brothers I just go. Many of my brothers I just go. I just go.
Wow, beautiful song. Beautiful song. Oh my goodness, my husband's over here clapping. I would clap, but I'm holding this still. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. As Jamie said, I mean, really pretty. Let's put what Jamie said up here so you can see it as well, okay? She said, just lost a brother right outside of Glencoe, Ripley, Oklahoma. Miss you, Bobcat. Last summer, I can relate. Heartfelt tears. Heartfelt lyrics are the best. Whoa, Jamie. Yeah, that's a great.
Sorry to hear that, Jamie.
Really.
Sorry to hear that, Jamie.
Yeah, my gosh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Jamie has been through a lot, you know, and that's why I say these songs, all of your songs, people can relate to them so well. Really big life situations. If you've gone through it, the odds are pretty good that someone else has gone through it. And again, I'm very, very sorry for your loss. I really am. Man, many of my brothers took their final ride. Man, that's some deep lyrics. It really is. It really is. And again, I'm sorry for your loss. And I want to remind everyone, it may seem silly to say this, I'm going to say it. When you're out there on that freeway or on that road or just on that little section of street from your house to the next, watch for those motorcycle riders, because I see it too much. We're seeing that too often. People are so involved in whatever they're doing in their vehicle, they're not even paying attention to what's around them. And the bad thing is when they're swerving in between traffic, and that's happened with me, and it scares me. And I'm like, oh my God, you know, because the worst thing I can imagine is to cause someone an accident like that. Wow.
Right.
It's beautiful. What a beautiful, gosh, so beautiful, Dejan. I really mean that. Jamie,
Thank
you're
you.
going to have to try to come to Texas when Dejan is coming. You can come down here and see him when he's playing, because we're going to work that out, hopefully. I really hope so, especially once I figure out all this social media changes. It seems like AI came along and everything just went to hell. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going, okay? Because
Yes, ma'am.
we're having so many issues, but that's okay. Go ahead.
No, I said yes, ma'am. We can keep going.
You have a delay. I'm
No,
like,
I said yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Keep going.
okay, thank you. So sorry. Okay, let me make sure I got all the comments. And those that are on TikTok, please bear with me. We will get this better. Pass it on to your friends. Did y'all see what Warner's doing? She's screaming. Oh my God! But just come back. Be patient. All right, so the next song is After We Gray. Now, I love the title to that, obviously. It's a little bit too late. You already got some gray hair there, sir? It's too late for
Burned 'em.
me. I like the title. Go ahead, tell us a little bit about that song, if you would, sir.
I've lived in the same neighborhood for quite some time, and that particular song was inspired by one of my neighbors. They were a younger couple. They were together until the kids grew up. And shortly after, they parted ways. And I started reflecting on my own relationship with my wife. We still have a 14-year-old here. I got a 14, 19, and 24-year-old.
Oh my gosh.
And my thoughts kind of got the better of me, and I started thinking, I wonder if we're going to go down that same path, and that kind of song just came out.
Wow, it is a really good song. It really is. I can't wait for everybody to hear it. And you know what? I've actually heard of several people in my life that I've known that have done that. They say, well, we stayed together for kids, and once the kids are gone, they 40 years. I've had people married that long. I even had somebody that was married 50 years, and they broke up, and I was like, wow. So they stayed together all that time. I don't know, that's a tough one, because it depends on how you're getting along, to me. Because if you're staying in a relationship where you're miserable, is that really living? I don't know. It's hard, because I've been divorced, and
I agree. But I do feel like people give up too damn easily these days.
True. Yeah, that's very true, because it's so much easier just to get a divorce and call it quits and move on to the next person. Move on with your life. And
Sure.
That thing is, the thing I've noticed for myself is we, especially women, I'm speaking for women myself, okay? And most of the women that I know that have been divorced, we tend to repeat the same patterns and repeat the same type of person, whatever it is. Let me see what Jamie said about that. I know she's grateful to say. She said, oh, that's the other one. I'm sorry, honey. Sarah is here. Sarah, you found us here. Sarah was on her TikTok. Now she's over here. She's like traveling through the universe to find us. The virtual, I don't know what you call it. What do you call that? She's traveling through the Sarah, we're trying to figure this out. This TikTok, you know what? I think I'm just going to go through there. They have a streaming service themselves. We may just go all TikTok pretty soon, because it's just too stressful to try to figure out how to do it all. Anyway, Sarah, hi. She said hello. Miss Sarah, she's our wonderful friend. And this is Dejan. I hope I said that right. Let me get that out of the way. I'm sorry, Jamie. I keep putting that up there. You said hello. I'm glad you're here, honey. Good to have you. So, we were just talking about, I don't know how long you've been here, After We Gray. And Dejan was telling me that he wrote it after a neighbor of his got a divorce after his kids grew up and left the house. And that's a really interesting subject, really, because I've known a lot of families that have done that. They're married for years, and then the kids are gone, and they're like, okay, now we're calling it quits. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think about that. Let's see if this song is loaded, Dejan, if I did it right. Okay, it is loaded. So let's go ahead and play it. Are you ready, sir?
Let's do it.
With our delay. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is Last Train to Juarez. After We Go. And Brett, you ready for this? My husband's listening. Here we go.
There's a bad storm rolling. It ain't the kind of storm bring the rain. There's a dark hole in the middle of us both. I can't seem to say why you'd leave. I know it ain't the way it was before. Sometimes I wonder if you like me at all. And I'm tired, and I keep fighting for you, it's all I know. Long after we gray, long after the storms, will you be here? Will you be gone? Long after we gray, when our kids are all grown, will you be here? Will I stand alone? There's a bad storm rolling. It ain't the kind of storm bring the rain. There's a dark hole in the middle of us both. I can't seem to say why you'd leave. You'd think I'd see the writing on the wall. 20 years is too long to give up for me. But you're gone. Maybe here, but you're gone. And I just miss the way we used to be. Long after we gray, long after the storms, will you be here? Will you be gone? Long after we gray, when our kids are all grown, will you be here? Will I stand alone? Sometimes I wonder if you like me at all. And I'm scared that our best days are done and gone. But I'll keep fighting for you, it's all I know. Long after we gray, long after the storm, you be here? Will you be gone? Long after we gray, when our kids are all grown, will you be here? Will I stand alone? There's a bad storm rolling.
Wow. I don't know. If I had to pick a favorite as of right now, that would have to be it. You know, I really love the lyrics, and I like that line. Sometimes I wonder if you like, if you like me anymore, if you even like me anymore.
Yeah.
You know, you're not even asking if you love me.
Yeah.
You know, do you even like me? How many of us as couples, my husband looked at me, he's next to me that way. Well, anyway, he looked at me real funny, and I thought, ugh. You know what I mean? Because I think all of us as couples have had that thought in our head. Do you even like me anymore? You know what I mean? Not even love me, because it does require you to like somebody and love them, because you got to be alone, because you have to be friends.
Absolutely.
Man, that's a good song. Wow, that's a good bad storm coming, not the kind of storm that brings us rain. You're like a genius, man.
Yeah.
Really really good lines, and you just went really dark. Did your light go off, or what happened?
Oh, I think my computer screen just went down. Here we go.
Okay, no, it's fine. I was just making sure.
There we go.
My eyes. Oh, there you go. My gosh. Wow. For real. How long have you been writing and playing and singing? How long?
You know, it's funny. Like I played death metal for 25 years. I switched to country music about 4 years ago. I wasn't raised on country music at all. I'm 100% a convert. You know, I fell in love. I fell in love with music like Whitey Morgan and Cody Jinks, Turnpike Troubadours, Dallas Moore, Billy Don Burns, of course, all the old outlaws and whatnot. But I was never a mainstream type of guy. Like that's why I said I'm not a Nashville guy.
Right.
You don't play death metal for 25 years because you like popular music.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
But
Yeah,
I just like it.
steel guitar player.
I just like it.
Oh,
Sorry.
so my steel guitar player is Mark Tomeo.
Wow.
Extremely talented. I feel blessed that I have him in the band.
For real.
I also have David Yoder on bass,
David Yoder on bass,
Brian Tiley on drums,
Go ahead.
and Steven Dietrich on lead guitar. Yeah.
Wow. Well, they are excellent.
Yeah.
And I did not hear. Was that a little bell in there at that one point, or what was that? That ding? Or
Yeah, that was my drummer hitting a little bell.
Was it a bell?
Yeah.
That was my drummer hitting a little bell.
I liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's funny that I heard that of all
Yeah.
things. It sounds. I mean, all of your songs, they're so good. They really are. And
Thank you.
I love that because to me, you're like an outlaw country. You know, in a way.
I've
And it's not
heard
because of
that.
what you're singing. It's just you have the look of that
I've heard
outlaw.
that.
Yeah.
No, I've heard that, and the way I view that is that I would never,
I've heard that, and the way I view that is
I would never self-describe myself as an outlaw musician. I think that's something that's bestowed upon you by others.
I think that's something that's bestowed upon you by others.
Right. Wow. So, wanting to play a lot of bigger venues up in your way, up in their Arizona area, hun? A lot of stadiums.
We just had a really good show. We were direct support for Brantley Gilbert. So that was one of my highlights as far as shows go. We're heading to Sturgis, and we got 19 shows in 10 days. We'll be playing Full Throttle, Lento, Shade Valley, Side Hacks, all the major ones there. We got some stage shows there as well now.
Wow.
And we've been getting more festivals. We've been starting to do more and more festivals. So I hope that that's a sign of good things to come. We also got nominated by the Josie Music Awards for the Best Outlaw Group of the Year. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I am so excited for that because on our show have won Josie Awards in the past, and a lot of them are being nominated again this year. Man, I'm super stoked about that for you guys. You know, because it's just the beginning.
Yeah, that's our first nomination.
Man,
So we're excited. We're excited.
I can't wait for you to win. So I'm going to keep my fingers. That is so exciting.
I'll tell you what, man. Whether we get the award or not, man, I'm just happy to be nominated.
Yeah, you know what? That's big time. And isn't that funny? I mean, it's like, well, thank you for the nomination. You know, and you always think they're not really happy about that. But I could see why you would be. For real, it's a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they're just saying they're happy for the nomination. Yes, somebody's noticing you. And I'm glad we're noticing you all the way in Texas. I'm glad Marie found you and sent you our way. So more song, and I am so honest, sincere about sending me your stuff ASAP. Because if you send me those dates and your prices, I will do everything I can to get you a show here. It's probably going to just be an acoustic to start with.
I appreciate that.
But let's see what we can do, okay?
Absolutely.
Don't forget, please, because I even meet you and interview you live without all this technology involved.
We
We'll still
we
be
could actually talk
technological.
without the delay.
Talk without the delay.
Yes, I can actually say, "How are you?" Without. It's not too bad on my end, but at your end, I just keep talking over you because of the delay. So we have one more song. I'm going to start loading it. So I'm super excited about this song because this is, from what I'm hearing, your first release of 2024. Is that right? Or no?
It
Probably
is,
not.
and I normally do not write political music.
And I
Yay.
normally do not
I
write
try to stay
political
away
music.
from politics as
I
much
try
as
to stay away
possible.
from politics as
But
much as possible.
I
Right.
accidentally wrote that song.
I accidentally wrote that song.
You accidentally wrote it. Okay, so
You know,
so you got to tell me how you
I mean,
you accidentally wrote it.
well, I just,
Well,
I was watching the news, man, and then the thoughts just started rolling, and I'm definitely more right than I am left, but I'm sick and tired of both the right and left, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, well, at least you're kind of leaning on one side. Well, you know what? Somebody needed to say it.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
going to say
tired of
it.
them both, man.
Somebody needed to say what you said. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of stuff going on in our world right now. I mean,
Look, man,
honestly. So
I never
was not
thought-
offended by it. I was just. Go ahead.
I never thought that I would live to see a day when America is so goddamn divided.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true.
my family
That is
comes
so
from
true.
Yugoslavia. My family comes from Yugoslavia, where we know war, and we know what it's like to see neighbors killing neighbors and brothers killing brothers because they married the wrong person and whatnot. And to see us going down that same slippery slope in the United States is a really sad thing.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, let's just have some peace. Not to mention all the other issues that we're dealing with as a society. So let me check
Oh,
this
yeah.
real quick and see if it downloaded.
I don't know what happened.
Okay, it's still processing. Do you still see blurry, Brett?
Mhm.
Okay, we're blurry on TikTok. Boy, well. Play this song
Technology,
anyway,
man, you
ladies
gotta
and
love
gentlemen. Let me see if
technology.
it's still like- I love it. We're just all blurry. Looks like how I look when I don't have my glasses on.
We don't
Just,
need to see. All we gotta do is listen.
all you gotta do is listen. That's right. For those of you on TikTok, if there's anybody there, if not, I know you're gonna go back and watch it. That's how much faith I have in mankind. Okay, I'm gonna be optimistic. We're just now starting to build up our TikTok community, and I've got to learn how to do this stuff. Man, this is where it's at. So let's see. It's still downloading. Imagine that. So so you accidentally wrote it. Tell us a little bit more, because we have to waste time here now, because it's
Yeah,
taking-
no, ultimately, and like I said earlier, I mean, I do lean a little bit more right than left, but I think both the right and left have their fair share of extremes.
right.
I think if you could eliminate the extremes on both sides, the rest of us could probably come together and reach a compromise. But you've got the extreme progressives and the extreme right, and they just can't talk the same language.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but I do feel like we are on that slow, slippery slide to civil war.
I do.
And
too,
I hope I'm wrong.
praying that we're wrong. Yeah, me too. That's what I was gonna say. I hope I'm wrong too. So let's see. This is a powerful song, folks. You really need to listen to this. Okay, it's ready to go. Are you ready for me to play it? And for some reason, we're blurry.
Yep.
But that doesn't matter. Just listen, folks. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is "Nothing to Believe in." I love the title. And it is "Last Train to Juarez." Here we go. Hey, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
This delay is killing me. Here we go, folks.
There's nothing to believe in. It's clear to see the right hand, left eye deceiving. I err on the side of freedom. Surround them crooks up in triumph for treason. Red and blue, they seem to have forgotten freedom's why this country was first started. Taxes, laws, regulations they created keep the working man poor in check and deflated. Those that led for our nation so quickly forgotten, living under bridges lost down and trodden. Believe those that serve should get better pay than the deadbeats in Congress, the lobbyists sway. Politicians get pat on meager pay. The taxes they take quietly shift away to foreign lands where we have no say. And the rich, they get richer every single day. If you ask me, we've evolved to no end. They label us white, brown, black, straight, or gay. Why is it all based on race and sexual trends? Can we just be Americans? There's nothing to believe in. It's clear to see the right and left are deceiving. I err on the side of freedom. Surround them crooks up in triumph for treason. The right they claim that they stand for freedom, suppress rights of those they don't agree with. I don't care who the hell people sleep with. Denying rights to wed, it don't sound like freedom. The left, they ain't no better today. They'll turn on a dime if you don't see it their way. If you disagree, you're a fascist, racist. They'll cancel your job, they'll muzzle your faces. There's nothing to believe in. It's clear to see the right and left are deceiving. I err on the side of freedom. Surround them crooks up in triumph for treason. Not to feel so dejected. The mighty dollars, all that's respected. There's reckoning coming, it'll happen one day. Peaceful folks take up arms, 'cause there ain't no other way. There's nothing to believe in. It's clear to see the right and left are deceiving. I err on the side of freedom. Surround them crooks up in triumph for treason. There's nothing to believe in. It's clear to see the right and left are deceiving. I err on the side of freedom. Surround them crooks up in triumph for treason. There's nothing to believe in.
Where'd you go?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
How your button keeps going off.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Wow, that's a powerful song. That has got a very deep message. And you know what? I gotta say it because I like your rhyme scheme. The way you rhyme words that I would have never thought of putting together. Excellent writing. It really is. It really is. Man,
Thank
for
you.
real. That's
Thank you.
really excellent.
Yeah, I figured if I'm going to piss them off, I might as well piss them all off.
I might as well piss them all off.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. You might as well go all the way. You know what? Have you played this live a lot yet? What kind of reaction?
I have. We do it. We do it slightly differently live. It's a little bit more country, if you will, and not as dramatic. But yeah, the lyrical content's all there.
But yeah,
Yeah.
the lyrical content's all there. Yeah.
I bet you get a pretty good response from this, don't you?
You know, so far, I mean, I've only played it live about 4 or 5 times, and so far it's been okay. I don't know if that's because people are drinking and not paying attention, or who knows.
Drinking and not paying attention, or who knows.
Yeah, it could be a lot of things. But if people are and I'm the first person, if I'm at a live venue, this is just me. My husband gets so mad at me because if we go to see a live show, I'm right up there by the stage so I can hear the words. Because I love hearing the originals, especially. Yeah. But a lot of people, you're right, maybe they're not paying that much attention, but boy, they're missing out. They're missing out because all of your songs are just so great. I mean, for real, I say y'all because it's not, but it's everyone else in your band. I mean, y'all are making some great music.
Well, look, I got to give credit where credit's due. I have a great band around me, and they're a big part of the sound. So, you know, I come up with the songs and the music, and then they come in and they bring that, they level it up to what it is, you know?
Yeah. I mean, they're
Yeah.
excellent. So how many members are there total? You have 4 other. I forgot. How many other
Well,
band
you know, so
members?
so
You have
there's
yourself
4
and
of
how
us.
many?
There's 4 of us that are like the core of the band. That's me, my pedal steel
Okay.
player, my bass player, and my drummer. Then I have a lead guitar player, but he
Okay.
doesn't always tour with us. He's a little older and he's got
Oh,
other
okay.
responsibilities. Then I have a fiddle player that I'll use, but he's kind of like an auxiliary guy. I'll use him when I can afford him.
Yeah, I understand
Yeah.
that. Wow. Well, you know, you got to have a fiddle in the band.
Absolutely.
Well, I tell you what, if you got that steel yeah, if you got the, sorry, TikTok, I'm bouncing y'all around. If you got that steel guitar player every night or every song, yeah, now that is what you need.
Yeah, yeah.
I think because that
Mark,
designates
Mark,
us real
Mark, my
country
steel
artists, I'm
player,
sure.
is with me for every show. Even for the duo shows, he'll bring his dobro.
Oh, nice. Man, I'm
Yeah.
excited about that. I am honestly, like, I'm being very selfish right now, but I want to get you near so I can see you live. So I'm going to encourage you again to please send me your info. For real, as soon as you can. Whatever you got, just send me your dates that you're available, when you're going to be touring, when you're going to be in Texas, blah blah.
Yep.
And
Here's what I'm
just
going to
an
do.
idea of your prices.
Maybe let your listeners know. You can follow our tour schedule on lasttrainjuarez.com. And I will. Me and my wife, we started our own booking agency as well, called DNA Booking.
Nice.
So my wife is my booking agent, so I'll have her reach out to you with all that information.
Yes, how that's so cool.
And then
I
I'm pretty
love that.
sure.
So y'all are really working together.
Yeah, we are actually two of the people that we already have on our roster. I would imagine you're familiar with them. Billy Don Byrne
That name
and
sounds very familiar.
Tom
I've talked to so many
McIlvaine.
people. Oh my gosh. Oh, nice. Well, let me know if
They
they'd
have
be
both
interested in
written
coming down
songs
this
for
way.
Cody Jinks.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
where are they located at? Are they near you? Or are they up
Tom
near Texas?
McIlvaine is a Texas guy.
Okay.
Billy Don Burns is from Arkansas, but he's always somewhere around the United States. He's 64 years old and still touring like there's no tomorrow.
I love it. Well, yes, please have your wife reach out to me. I'll after we're done here, I'll
Absolutely.
send you an email with my phone number too, so you can really just have her text me or email me.
Yep,
I'd rather
that'd be
her text
awesome.
or email instead of call.
What major
and
city are
honestly,
you close to?
I would love to get those. I'm an hour north of Corpus Christi, and we're about an hour and a half from San Antonio.
Okay.
So we're
Hour and a
kind of
half.
in the
Okay,
middle,
because we
sort of.
played in Kingsbury and New Braunfels.
New Braunfels. Yeah, we've got somebody right now
Yeah.
looking for venues in New Braunfels. In fact, if you have any connections in New Braunfels of places you've played that I could get some of my artists in, I
Yep.
would really appreciate it. Because to me, it's all about us
Absolutely.
helping each other, and I really mean that. So send me that. Have
When
your
my wife
whoever, because I've got my
reaches out to you, you guys can bounce all that information.
Yes, man, that would be great. And even if we're not
Yeah.
able to get you, which I want, you know, I want to start
Mm-hmm.
doing more live shows, you know, where I can have the artists playing,
I
I
love
can
it.
interview them, you know, yeah. And I really believe we have a good call for it. And we can do the live interview. I can introduce them, and it would just be a blast. It would be so much fun.
Love it.
So yeah, I'm looking.
Absolutely.
What is your wife's first name?
Angela.
Angela. Okay. Well, tell her to email me, and when we get done, I'll send you all that information through email.
Okay.
And if you want to include your phone number too, I've had a blast. I'm sorry about all the technical issues, and I'm going to be working hard to try to fix it for an old lady. I'm really like, I have got to figure this out because I don't want our next show to be even worse, because it seems like it's getting worse and worse. I'm like, oh yeah.
I understand.
So I'm going to be
Not a problem at all. You know, I think just from my limited layman knowledge, I think a lot of the issue is it looping through. If we both were on earbuds, I think it would be better.
You know what? And I thought about that. I thought about putting my headphones on. I've got them, But right now I put external speakers too, so I can hear. See?
Yeah, I
can
think
hear
it's
you
just
better.
we're hearing
Go
it.
back to the
Yeah.
headphones.
Yeah.
We're hearing it. Yeah.
Yeah. I hate to listen to
Repeatedly.
myself anyway, and then I got to hear myself again.
Repeatedly.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? For a close to 60-year-old, and my husband's over 60, we're doing okay. We just got to get all this stuff ironed out. But
Hey, thank you.
what makes me mad?
Thank
is
you for
did something
doing
and
what
it's
you're
working
doing.
Hey,
great.
thank you for doing what you're doing.
Oh man, you're so welcome. I have found what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? So because this happened almost 3 years ago, because as a singer songwriter, more songwriter, I realized, hey, how am I supposed to do this? I don't have a place where I can play my stuff. I don't have a place where
Right.
people will listen. They're just sitting there. They're just sitting
Right.
there. So that's what gave us the idea. And actually, my friend Paul had the same idea, but we started bringing authors on as well because he's an author. So,
Oh,
and you are more than welcome, for real. I love it, and I'm so blessed to be doing it. In fact, my saying is I'm beyond blessed.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
And also, for real, I tell everybody this: if you
That's
know,
awesome.
thank you. If you know anyone that would be a good fit, once I get all this fixed, let me know. We're booked up until January already, but
Oh, wow.
the Tuesday shows we're starting to book those.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been crazy. All the promoters are sending us people. So see what I mean? We got to
Yep.
get this fixed. We got to get these issues fixed. I'm like, yeah. I'm like
Yep.
the kid from Home Alone.
We'll
So
definitely
send
send you
them
some
my way,
names.
please, Dayon. I
For
really
sure.
need
We'll
it.
definitely send you some names.
Yes, and I'm
For sure.
looking for somebody that's willing to come this way to
Yep.
Texas.
Yep.
That's mainly what I'm looking
Yep.
for. Okay? And
Yep.
in the meantime, please take care of yourself. And now you're not even breaking up. I hear you fine. Makes me so mad.
Of course, that's just the way it works.
It's like, oh, now I hear him good.
Of
Are
course,
you
that's the way it works.
for real? Well, my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna let you go. Oh, jeez, that makes me so mad. Like, perfect. Talk to you very soon. Send me that information. Have Angela send it to me and tell her. Yes, and if you have new releases, send them our way. I want to support you in any way I can.
Absolutely.
And I always say,
Absolutely.
I
yeah, and we'll
appreciate
play
that.
them on our
I
little
appreciate
radio
that.
station. Yeah, it's a small radio station, but hey, I love it that we have a little show and they play everything under the sun. Their thing is they play everything under the sun and then some. So we have a joke, my husband and I, we say that we are the and then some, because we play the country and the gospel and the, you know what I mean? So,
Hey, that's okay.
yeah, it's
Listen,
pretty
guys
cool.
like
So-
me can't get on mainstream FM, so it's got people like you that give us some sort of exposure. So, hey, we're grateful and we appreciate it.
Hey, we're grateful and we appreciate it.
Oh, you're so welcome. And you know what? We are going to get some of your songs on there as soon as we can. It's just been crazy.
Awesome.
Hopefully by next Monday, because we do the shows on Monday. But what we've been doing
Okay.
we do the live stream at the radio show too. So we're gonna try. I'm not gonna promise, okay? 'Cause
Yep.
we'll try. Send me that information.
I get it.
Angela sent it to me, and I'm looking forward to
I get
speaking
it.
to her. Hey, and Dayon, I'm so happy
You
were
got
here,
it.
Really, God bless you. I hope you,
You
stay
got it.
safe. Take care of yourself, and we'll be in touch, okay? Thank
Back
you.
at you, and we'll
ladies and
talk soon.
gentlemen, Thank
Back
y'all.
at you.
Take
We'll
care.
talk soon.
Yes, ladies and
care.
gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on Carolyn's Corner. I do apologize for all the issues, but you know what? We got more issues than Vogue. I heard that somewhere. I stole that from somebody. But you know what? We're going to get it straightened out one way or the other. And Dayon, thank you again. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in on a Tuesday night. Look forward to you being back on Monday. God bless y'all. Thank you. God bless. Good night. Good night.